Hey, it's me, Andy from potatoesandpearls.com, and in this video, I am going to show you how I make my quick and easy pork nachos. I love this as a appetizer or a sometimes even dinner or lunch. You don't have to necessarily use pork. You can use whatever meat you prefer. Sometimes I like to make it with shrimp, but I had pork in the freezer, and so that's what I made it with. I'll show you how I season it and make my nachos right after this. The first thing that I do is add 1 1/2 cup peppers and onions to a hot skillet. I say peppers and onions just because some people don't like peppers or some people don't like onions. So, whatever ratio you prefer is what you can use. That's about one medium sized green pepper and a like 1/3 of a very large sweet onion in the pan. And so as you can see, I've kind of cooked it down a little bit. I'm gonna go ahead and take this out of the pan and get ready to cook the pork. In that same skillet, I am going to go ahead and put in 12 ounces of boneless pork loin. I've cut it into small pieces and seasoned it with the Trader Joe's seasoning that they have. I really like that seasoning a lot. It adds like a good spice blend to if I'm trying to make some type of Mexican dish or spicy food. And I'm gonna add in 1 tablespoon of minced garlic. That garlic is just from the jar, just to make things easier. You can always cut up your own garlic if you would like, but just getting it from the jar sometimes works just as well. And I've gone ahead and browned my pork. I'm just breaking down some of the pieces even more, and I'm gonna go ahead and get this out of the pan and get ready to put together my nachos. I've placed my tortilla chips in a cast iron skillet. I like to make my nachos in cast iron skillets just in case I decide to put them in the oven to warm them up. I'll talk a little more about that in a few minutes, but for now I am adding my sauteed peppers and onions. I am going to add my pork pieces. I am going to sprinkle on some cilantro. I did not have fresh cilantro in the house, so I did use jarred cilantro, which works pretty well for what I need it for with this dish. I am going to add some avocado. Some people like to do guacamole. I'm not a big guacamole fan, but I do like pieces of avocado, and so I'll sprinkle that on top. I'm going to add some cheese, and I'm also going to add some sour cream. Sometimes I don't like to put my nachos in the oven because the cheese sometimes might get overcooked if I'm not keeping an eye on the oven. So my backup plan is to use a cooking torch to melt the cheese, which is what I'm doing here. That's why it was safe to add the avocado and the sour cream. I am just using my cooking torch to melt down the cheese a little bit. And I don't like it like super, super gooey. I just like it that like perfect amount of like pull apart stringy. And that's what I feel like I get when I use the cooking torch instead of the oven. And we're done. My quick and easy pork nachos. Very simple. Sometimes I like to add beans and rice, but that's you're elevating it and adding more and more items. And sometimes too many things on nachos can make nachos really disgusting. So if I'm trying to make like a quick meal, I like to make it simple. The less, the better. These are so good. I literally, if I'm cooking for myself, make them for like days straight. If you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. And if you're into cooking videos and travel videos, don't forget to click that subscribe button. It really helps the channel out. And I will talk to you guys later. Bye.